Hello, it's Pastor Jim Oliver, St. John's Community Church. Wanted to speak to you today. Just want to kind of keep this, like a one-on-one conversation. So I'm just speaking directly to you. Keep it casual. It don't need to be formal and phony or anything like that. We just want to address to you a couple of points here in the Bible to help you better understand this book as you move forward and continue to be able to grow in life and live long and prosper. Okay? There's a lot of ways in which we feel that individuals should prosper and grow. So today I want to look at, again, I'm continuing with the aspect of Paul, and we're looking at specifically chapter 12, and there's a point there, another phrase of Paul's that I also like to always have in mind, like a song. What we did earlier was that, as Paul would say, I would not have you ignorant, my brothers and sisters. And here he often talks about the renewing of our minds, okay? Our minds regulate everything, okay? It regulates our entire body, our entire being. It's like that spiritual God within us. It's that Christ, okay, that, controls us, because as we lift up that Christ within us through our 33 vertebrae, it comes up to our cerebrum and our cerebellum and, into our heads. And this is where we meet God at, in our head, okay, in our mind, And as I like to say, we have the left brain, the right brain, and all that. And the average person thinks with 10% of his brain. Again, that's that 10% type you need to turn over to God. Turn over that logical thinking to God so that He can open up that other 90% for you. Amen? And so you could be thinking more spiritually, okay? Because I know everybody probably is saying, if I could just remember everything I've been exposed to all my life, and know all the things that I need to know, I could probably, make better decisions as I move forward. Well, yeah, and recognize everything you've heard and just, you can do that, okay? But again, it's a matter of thinking spiritually, okay? And so Paul talks about this world, okay? Do not be conformed to this world, because man has this world kind of set up, and he's told a lot of lies, and these lies are there, and people start believing these lies, and we start living these lies. And so that's why we need not be conformed to that. We need to constantly seek the truth and live the truth, and recognize, who we are, and recognize who others are, and that brings up the thing like, the colors, okay, how, and quite frankly, and you don't have to be a genius to recognize this, but, as you look at people, for example, I personally have never seen a pure white person, okay? I mean, let's get this out the way, okay? Nor have I seen a pure black person, okay? Nor have I seen a red person, nor have I seen basically a brown or a yellow person. But yet we're throwing these names on people, for whatever reason. Somebody told a lie and we're running with it. And no, I don't think if you go to Mars or Venus, there's going to be green people either, okay? So cut the crap, all right? So look, we're all just different shades of flesh, okay? That's the color, as far as I'm concerned, is flesh, this fleshly color. And so one color doesn't make somebody better than another. It's like in animals or whatever, So, this color thing is just a mess. It's not appropriate. It doesn't, fit in accurately. It's just, but people keep using it, and so we need to, it's just ignorance, okay? As Paul say, I would not have you ignorant, but we're acting ignorant, okay? So what we need to do is to renew our minds, okay? Not with just that, but, understanding people, as Martin Luther King would say, by the content of their character. Otherwise, you're going to be winding up putting wrong people in wrong positions, and look how the world has gone, or America has gone with bad policing. Okay, look how school has gone with bad teachers. Okay, matter of fact, look at a football game with a bad quarterback. Okay, so it doesn't matter who the person is. If he's not fit for that position, don't put him in there, okay? And on the same token, somebody has shown that it doesn't matter what their age is. A quarterback could be in his 40s and win a Super Bowl or whatever the case may be. So, let's not draw these boxes or circles around people and say, okay, all right, you no longer fit in this circle, therefore you can't do it. No, hey, with the renewing of people's mind, people can do great things. Amen. They may be out of that box. Okay, they are probably walking around with a great amount of wisdom. Okay, so and as they were talking about in the Bible with Moses as an example, he was strong up to the day he died. And that's how a lot of people are going to be. With that strength. Because they have a strong constitution, a strong mind. Okay, so we want to keep our minds strengthened, okay? And the way we do that is by, feeding it properly, giving it the right stuff, okay? And we want to, eat the right stuff because, otherwise, if parts of the body are aching or whatever, it may affect us in our mind, But through our mind, we can heal ourselves, okay? And we got to know how to do that, okay? And some doctors are even trying to tell people now to think positive, to live right, do right, be right, believe that you'll overcome this, okay? But if you're going to a doctor and he's still just trying to, see you for 30 seconds and then send you some pills, hey, you're going to the wrong guy, okay? So, again, we also have responsibility. We have to, do our homework. We got to, make sure that we're in tune with our environment, our universe, okay? So that we can, discern what is being presented to us, okay? There's a lot that God has given us that we just don't use. And if you don't use it, it's a good chance you're going to lose it. But know who you are. Know what you're capable of doing. Know that your ears aren't going to fail you. Know that your eyes aren't going to fail you. Know that you're going to be strong till the day you die. We allow things to come at us, and we allow things to overcome us. We may walk through the valley of the shadow of death, but we're not supposed to fear no evil, okay? We got to know that God has set things in place for us. It's like that table prepared for us, We got to know who we are, wonderfully and miraculously made. We got to stop buying into this mumbo jumbo, okay? We got to stop, getting into superstition. Even a blind person can see that, right? That's why he made the song. Wake up. Renew your mind. Don't let smoke or coke or any of that stuff overtake you. Leave that stuff alone. You weren't born with that. That's not necessary for you. That's, it shouldn't be a part of your diet. Okay? Just leave it alone. If you've been taking it, you can overcome it. You can get over it. Okay? It'll eventually pass away. It's like a hangover. You may have got drunk that night, but the next day you might have a headache, but the next day you'll be feeling better. So just give it a little time. Just start right now, wherever you are, whoever you are. Don't let any more junk into you. Okay? And that could be spiritual junk, reading the Bible incorrectly or listening to a person that is manipulating you because he's a knucklehead and doesn't really know what he's talking about. We got to be careful for advice. And if you have an ulterior motive giving somebody some advice and the advice ain't really good for them, you need to shut up. Okay? I'm telling you right now. That has happened to a lot of people, too many people. They're going around telling people to do the wrong thing. Don't do that. Don't be like that. You're the scum of the earth. You're low. Don't do that to people. Don't give nobody no bad advice. Just talk to them and say, hey, look, if this is something you want to figure out, you're asking for advice perhaps, hey, I don't have the answer. You're going to have to figure it out on your own. Or you may have to go to somebody else because this person, if they don't like you, they ain't give you no good advice. All right? Generally, your parents gave you good advice. Stick with them. If you don't trust your parents, then hey, find another person that can direct you and help you. Help is all around you, okay? But don't be hurting nobody. Because hey, again, as you give that out, it's going to come back to you. And you're going to be in an eternal state of hurt And you're going to always be wanting to hurt people. You're going to wonder why you act that way. Because you've been hurting too many other people. You've been, not doing right, okay? And you're going to be reaping what you sow. That's why these words are in here. Those words, again, are spiritual and literal, okay? Start being a good person. We're moving into a time where life can be good. Life can be fun. Life can be blessed, okay? But that has to be your expectation. As a man thinketh, hey, use your mind. Renew your mind. Stop thinking evil thoughts, hey, just take a little bit of Paul. You may not understand what Paul was really trying to tell you. He, like, so many other characters, he had maybe some ulterior motives. He was trying to maybe get you to believe in some things and what's going to be a blessing to somebody else. Because, the bottom line is when you really get into Paul, Saul, S-O-L, what does he really represent? Well, whichever language you want to look at it, S-O-L is the S-U-N, okay? So, work on that, understand that, and all you get understanding, and let's wake up and start living the truth and being who God has called us to be. Okay? Not who man wants us to be. Not those who are trying to control this world. And maybe it's a game for them. Maybe they got the finances, they want to do it. They ain't got nothing else to do, they're bored, So people want to get into everybody else's business. People are people. That's why power corrupts. And those people need to stay in their place. They need to, recognize, the authority that they've taken upon themselves to have, maybe they shouldn't have it, because, particularly if they don't know what to do with it. God hasn't made you gods yet. And certain concepts in the Bible, again, refer to that, the Israelites or whatever the case may be. Who are you, and what are you trying to do here? And you're going to die just like everybody else, okay? And then you're going to have a reckoning, okay? So let's be who God has made us to be, and let's, love one another. Let's care for one another. Let's be a blessing to each other. And somebody asked me, it's like, okay, why do you think the trees are out here? Why do you think the flowers are out here and animals and all these things on God's earth? They're here to bless you. And so that should clue you in as to what you're supposed to be here for. You're supposed to be here as a blessing too. And so if you're not a blessing, hey, you want to get off the planet, get off the planet, But you're supposed to be here to help, to love, to share, to care, to be a part of what is good and wholesome. Not, to tear down and to kill and to destroy and all that. Be good. As a slogan used to always say at a certain church here in Oakland, California, it's nice to be nice. Amen. And I pray that you'll continue to be nice from now on. If you've been questioning your character, wake up, shake up, get right, do right, be right, and be blessed. It's all about getting blessed, not getting cursed. No man is cursed. Despite somebody might tell you that, you're blessed. So live blessed and watch the blessings flow. Amen. God bless you. May God always keep you. Thank you for watching. And again, we'll be streaming live here at SJ Community Oakland. Amen. We want to create a new community of believers. If you like these understandings and new insights into the Bible, please hit the subscribe button, and so you can be alerted as to when the new episodes will be out, so you won't miss any parts of the Bible as we continue to walk through for your understanding to make you a better person.